Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we're following breaking news just into the Local 4 newsroom from Columbus, Ohio. And that's where an Ohio State University issued an active shooter alert telling all students and faculty to run, hide, or fight from earlier this morning. Right now, we've learned that the campus is secure. This story, of course, does top our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. You're looking at video from the scene earlier this morning. Let's get right out to our Kevin Dietz. He's following the situation from the newsroom. Kevin, what do we know right now?
Good afternoon, Evrod. This is a very sad and scary morning on campus. Here's the latest. The shelter-in-place warning has been lifted. The area is now secure. We're learning more about the suspect and victims as well. Local media is reporting that police have confirmed one suspect is dead and 9 people are currently being treated for injuries. Of those 9 victims, 7 are in stable condition and 1 victim is in critical condition. Another victim is being treated on the scene. We're told that 2 people were taken into custody where police were on the scene. Here's a look at what happened.
SWAT teams raced to the Ohio State University campus responding to shots fired, active shooter. Witnesses telling reporters that kids were fleeing the buildings, others hiding. Several people were rushed to the hospital. Police with guns drawn surrounding Watts Hall, an academic building where classes are held, and shots were fired. A nearby parking garage also surrounded by police. Early information varying between 1 and 2 gunmen.
I was going to class and just saw people were running and was nervous.
Several witnesses saw what appeared to be a dead body on the ground. The university tweeted at 6:56 a.m. stating, "Buckeye alert, active shooter on campus, Watts Hall, run, hide, fight, 19th and College." Students hiding inside bathrooms and classrooms were barricading doors with furniture, calling friends, family, and police, trying to let people know where they were and what they saw and heard.
There was multiple gunmen, and she heard like 5 or 6 shots and then dipped to the bathroom and just barricaded herself in there.
There are 65,000 students, 45,000 undergrads, parents across the country watching and worrying. FBI joining state and local police trying to end the crisis and capture those responsible to find out what triggered this violent outburst on one of America's largest college campuses.
And the latest information out of Columbus is that this may have been a knife attack and that the shooting that people heard may have been police officers actually shooting the suspect. The area is now secure and classes are canceled for the day. Police are now figuring out exactly what happened this morning. As official information is confirmed by police and it comes into us, we will bring it to you from Columbus on air and online at clickondetroit.com. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
All righty, Kevin, thanks for keeping us updated. We do want to let you know Rob Maloney is heading down to Columbus right now. He'll be there live starting at 4 o'clock p.m., so on First at 4. And we're also going to have crews at local campuses to discuss their procedures when it comes to active shooter situations. So definitely stay here, tuned in to Local 4. Here at home and developing right now, the manhunt is underway for a man suspected of trying to kidnap and sexually assault a 16-year-old girl. This happened in the 25,000 block of Cuberness Street in St. Clair Shores. Police are releasing surveillance video of a person that they believe could be responsible. Let's get out to our Nick Monticelli. He is live in St. Clair Shores this afternoon, and from the sounds of it, Nick, it looks like investigators might have some pretty good leads.
Evra, good afternoon. They do, especially with the surveillance video we are about to show you. Now, we should mention again, this is just a person of interest, not a suspect as of right now. But this video comes after car break-ins early in the morning and then this attempted abduction. And police pretty quickly put the two together, thinking they could certainly be connected. Now, here is that surveillance video we've been talking about. And you can see the man who right now, again, just a person of interest in this abduction case. But police believe he was also breaking into cars early this morning, and a home security camera recorded this. When the motion sensing light comes on, the person of interest, this man, turns away. Now, police were already in the area investigating those car break-ins. That's when a 16-year-old girl ran up to an officer saying a man tried to kidnap and rape her. She says she was walking to school when he pulled up and asked her for directions. At some point, he got out of his truck, grabbed her by the back of her neck, and forced her into his truck. The suspect started driving and began to forcibly sexually assault this girl. Fortunately, she was able to fight back, jump out of the truck, and run. All of this happening near 10 Mile in Cuberness in St. Clair Shores, and now police are doing everything they can to find the man responsible.
It's very concerning, especially in our area. We have a safe community, and our top priority right now is to get this suspect off the streets, because it's very distressing that he would be out here possibly trying to abduct our young or old, or just harm anybody in our community.
All right, so here's the information you need to know. The suspect is being described by the victim as an African-American male who is in his 20s, pretty short, about 5 feet 3 inches tall, 140 pounds, clean-shaven with short dreadlocks or braids. He was also wearing a Seattle Seahawks hat. The vehicle he was driving is a dark gray or black Dodge Ram pickup truck, a 4-door pickup truck with chrome wheels and chrome side steps. Now, the student is a 16-year-old again, a student at Lakeview High School. An alert went out to parents in that district and in neighboring districts. If you happen to know anything about this, recognize that man, or saw something suspicious during that time, please call the St. Clair Shores Police Department. That number is 586-445-5300. We are live in St. Clair Shores. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All righty, Nick, thank you. Well, it is November 28th, and I gotta say, Brandon, I'm not hating our forecast. I'm not hating the weather today, at least.
You know, it's going to be a good rain later today. Okay. Could impact the evening drive, but I'll tell you, tomorrow looks incredible. Day of the week for sure. We just have to get through this stuff. 47 degrees. Right now we've got a humidity level at about 71%. We've got warm air coming up from the south, at least mild air, we should say, already above what is average or normal. A couple of showers over here in northern Monroe and parts of Washtenaw counties. Very, very light stuff as we widen the view. See a little bit more activity, but dew points are in the upper 30s and humidity not super, super high. So the dry air, again, is going to try to eat into some of this. Still think our south zone, south of Michigan Avenue, Lenawee, and Monroe counties over the next couple of hours will get some drips. 47 degrees right now, 48 degrees through the afternoon. A lot of the afternoon showers will be in our south zone, but as we head through the evening hours, we've got heavier rains coming in for all of us, and this could be a ½ inch to an inch of rain. And as mentioned, it's coming in later in the day. You can see this big slug of water down here across St. Louis and parts of Little Rock, Arkansas, that will be shifting in here. So we'll track this for you and look at a very nice warm Tuesday ahead coming up. Right now, though, you can get ahead of the game. Your 4-zone weather is available, updated right now for you on the weather tab of clickondetroit.com. Everett?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Whispers of a recount have turned into a full-blown movement. A presidential recount already in the works in Wisconsin, Michigan, as well as Pennsylvania, which could be next. This all comes from the Green Party's Jill Stein. The great state of Michigan could be back in the national spotlight again very, very soon. Today at 2 p.m., the State Board of Canvassers is expected to certify the vote count. So former Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein will have until Wednesday afternoon, 48 hours later, to request a recount.
We need a system that is resilient, that is not open to tampering, and that includes automatic reassurance.
Stein says it's important to determine whether hacking affected the results and that the states with tight election results got it right. In Michigan, Trump defeated Clinton by 10,704 votes. So Stein says it's about voter confidence.
This is not about helping one guy and hurting another guy. This is about providing a system that we, the voters, can believe in.
Stein has already filed for a recount in Wisconsin. She has until 5 p.m. today to make that request in Pennsylvania. Officials say there is no actionable evidence that voter results were hacked or machines were compromised. Clinton's campaign lawyer says they have not uncovered any evidence of hacking either, but adds, now that a recount has been initiated in Wisconsin, we intend to participate in order to ensure the process proceeds in a manner that is fair to all sides. Donald Trump has called the recount effort a scam, but instead of affirming that the process was honest, Trump tweeted, quote, in addition to winning the Electoral College in a landslide, I won the popular vote if you deduct the millions of people who voted illegally. Now, how much will this cost? That is the big question. How about $790,000 just here in the state of Michigan alone? It would be $7 million for all 3 states. Coming up right here on Local 4 News at noon, history in the making. Just 3 days after the death of Fidel Castro, the first flight from the U.S. in more than 50 years will be heading to Cuba. And we continue to follow breaking news out of Columbus, Ohio, where at least 7 people are hospitalized after an attack was reported on the campus of Ohio State University. 2 people were taken into custody, although it's unclear if they are suspects in the attack. Police now saying that the campus is secure as an investigation is underway. We're back after this.
If you're in a...
Welcome back, everyone. We are continuing to follow this breaking news from Columbus, Ohio, where a lockdown has been lifted now at Ohio State University after a violent attack on the campus this morning. Here's what we know. At least 7 people are in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We also know that 1 suspect is dead. 2 other people have been taken into custody. Police are also now saying that this was an attack involving a knife. As we get more information, we'll keep you posted. Our Rob Maloney heading there right now. In other news, Cubans continue paying their respects today to former President Fidel Castro. As you probably know, Castro died on Friday at the age of 90. And today, the country prepared for ceremonies to honor him. The rest of the week will be filled with mourning and memorials before Castro's remains are carried more than 500 miles across the island to their final resting place on Sunday. Meanwhile, in Miami, take a look. Cuban Americans are singing kind of a different tune as his death was met with celebrations all across the city. Many exiled Cubans in Miami are happy about the passing of Cuba's former president, and now they're hoping Castro's death will bring about major change in the island nation.
Hopefully we will have a future democracy in Cuba, and I'll be able to go back and visit the land of my birth.
And along with the celebrations, a large demonstration is scheduled for tomorrow night in Miami at the Bay of Pigs Museum for all those negatively affected by the Castro regime. And just 3 days after the death of Fidel Castro, the first flight from Miami to Cuba in more than 50 years has officially taken off. You can see right here, this is the Havana-bound plane taken off around 7:30 this morning. The flight carried 145 passengers and is expected to land in Cuba any time now. This flight kicks off what's expected to be a busy week for the Havana airport, which could see more than 30 flights from the U.S. this week alone. Dylan Ruff, the 22-year-old accused of killing 9 people at a church in Charleston, has been granted the right to be his own attorney when he stands trial. Now, despite his lawyer's advice, Ruff will have that option in his federal death penalty trial. And this all comes just days after he was deemed competent to stand trial just last week. His trial will happen once jurors are chosen, and that selection process continues today. Well, attention all online shoppers. Today is the day that many of you have been waiting for. You probably already know it's Cyber Monday. And coming up, we've got the details that you need to know about. Brandon, have you bought anything yet?
I have not, but I plan to sit this afternoon and evening in the rain-soaked Metro Detroit environment and cyber shop. Why not? We're tracking some good rain coming your way today. Next.
Only at...
Welcome back, everyone. We do want to keep you updated on the breaking news that we're following right now from Columbus, Ohio. And that's where a lockdown has now been lifted at Ohio State University after a knife attack on campus this morning. Here's what we know. At least 7 people were hospitalized in this attack, 2 people taken into custody, although it's unclear at this time if either is a suspect in this case. But police are continuing to investigate. Rob Maloney will have a live update coming up on First at 4. Brandon?
Pretty big weather day here today and tomorrow for different reasons. Today it's more about the rain that's coming in. Tomorrow it's all about the warmth. 47 degrees now, average or normal this time of year, about 42, 43, so we're already above that. You factor in this south wind at 10 and it feels more like 42. Still going to have these south winds tomorrow, maybe even stronger, and it's with sunshine going to help our temperatures get up there to around 60. Right now we are tracking just a couple of little areas of spit and drizzle around Lenawee and Monroe counties, but we're watching some of this rain coming up near the Ohio border, and a lot of it coming into drier air, so we don't anticipate a lot of it will stay together. But our south zone, just be prepared over the next couple of hours to get into some of that. 48 degrees, so only up a little bit from where we are, especially once that rain gets going. We will see temperatures hover right there in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Soaking showers coming after 4 o'clock for most of us and lasting through the evening hours. And even with the rain showers and the clouds around, temperatures are going to continue to rise through the evening and overnight. Through the evening and overnight, with the rain showers around, a ½ an inch to an inch of good rain. The soil not in great shape to soak in a lot of this as temperatures are getting colder and that soil gets just a little more firm. So check the basements and check those yards come tomorrow morning. Here's a look at where the cold backside of this is. All snow across the Dakotas, but we certainly are on the warm side of things, and this is all rain and a pretty good slug coming out of the deep south for the, again, afternoon and evening hours mainly. We'll stop it here at about 6, 7 o'clock as it's spreading over the area, hoping later is better for those who have to commute in this stuff. But again, after 4 o'clock, all bets are off here. By 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we start to get into that clearing and lots of sunshine. A warm breeze will be with us most of Tuesday, 60 degrees. Couple of isolated showers in the forecast for your Wednesday, although it looks like most of that system will be a near miss, still in the low and middle 50s before we cool things off toward the end of the week. Everett?
People stay indoors right now from all the rain, Brandon. You can score some deals on this Cyber Monday, but the question is, which ones are really worth all your money? We've got some of the best steals and deals that you should stay away from. Starting with TVs, some of the best deals coming from Target, Best Buy, and Walmart. Amazon also has a good deal on its Amazon Echo, offering $40 off. And then Best Buy is giving a free Call of Duty game with the PlayStation 4 Pro or PlayStation 4 Slim console. And Target offering the cheapest iPad Pro deal this Cyber Monday at $679.79. And they're also offering 15% off all online and in-store purchases. So there's a pretty good deal for you there. Walmart is offering the Xbox One with your choice of a free movie and a $40 Walmart gift card, all for just under $250. So not bad. You got a lot of stuff to choose from. Still ahead here on Local 4 News at noon, pizza delivery taken to a whole new level. Find out how some of Santa's favorite helpers could help you get a hot slice of pepperoni pizza.
Replay song.
Welcome back, everyone. We want to keep you updated on the breaking news from Columbus, Ohio. That's where a lockdown has been lifted at Ohio State University after a violent attack on campus this morning. 7 people now in the hospitals, but they have non-life-threatening injuries. We know that 1 suspect is dead. 2 men are now in police custody. Police saying that this was a knife attack. The investigation is ongoing. Our Rob Maloney is going to be live there coming up at 4 o'clock tonight. Let's talk Domino's Pizza, lastly, here at noon. They're testing this new pizza delivery system in northern Japan. So it's not here, but they're testing it out for this upcoming winter.
Yeah, believe it or not, the company is considering delivering pizzas with reindeer. Yeah, the testing is taking place in the snowy region of Japan. Domino's testing to find the right system, either putting pizza boxes on the reindeer's back or having the reindeer pull a sled of za.
Domino's, is that what the slang name for pizza is? Za. Domino's says that it wants to ensure the delivery system is not a burden for the reindeer, God forbid. The animals would be equipped with the GPS devices so that customers can track the location of the pizza that they ordered. Here's my question, though. What happens if the reindeer smells the delicious, cheesy, tomato saucy bread conglomeration?
Right. And there's nobody manning the sled.
Exactly.
You know what? Forget this.
And then how do you know that those were actually sausages on your pizza?
Comet, Cupid?
Not reindeer droppings.
Dig in.
Have a great day, everybody.